Okay, I'm in Albany. I don't know what happened there. I think I need a new phone. I was telling you that some kid, I gave some kid tickets at a coffee shop, so that's exciting. Random. I think the beautiful thing about me giving tickets to some random kid who worked at a coffee shop is that he had no idea who I was. And he and his fiance are coming to the show. So hopefully their relationship survives whatever I put them through tonight. I want to thank everyone for coming last night to New Haven. It was a very interesting show. Did a nice long set, a lot of riffing, some too personal stuff, which is I seem to do that because I like to spend my day on the road in a car full of shame for oversharing. And there was a Q&A, which got a little lively when I was asked why I hate Joe Rogan, to which I said, I do not hate Joe Rogan, but that would have been the time to sneak a video of me. Tonal change, very intensely focused discussion about the nature of the bullshit of the idea of anti-wokeness. Too close? Oh, did you listen to that thing on that public radio today? Yeah, I think there's a few tickets left, and this place is really interesting. I feel like I should probably be wearing some sort of a steampunk outfit at this Troy Music Hall. It's old-timey, man. Old-timey place with perfect acoustics. And in the seats, on the back of the seats, they have these little things where you were supposed to put your top hat. I'm not going to do the who's been on, who hasn't been on. It makes me mad at you people. So suffice to say, I've probably had who you think I haven't had on if you go to WTFpod.com/tour. But I'm not going to play that shit. And I will block anybody that brings up a name asking me if they've been on. So that'll happen from here on out. Okay? Okie doke. But this place is, from what I recall tonight, do I have the booger? No, I don't. I think it might be a hair. I had pizza with Ed V. Yes. The bass player? I did. Had pizza with a bunch of people yesterday. But I'm a little upset that, I wanted to try Pepe's. I'd been to Sally's, and everyone's sort of like, well, Pepe's better, or Sally's is better. And I went ahead and ate an entire pie, and then went and had the worst fucking Middle Eastern food in the world. The pizza was okay at Pepe's, and the Middle Eastern food at Malmoon's, which Malmoon has a place next to the Comedy Cellar, which I always used to get falafel at, was good. But the one in New Haven is disgusting. Clam pizza was great. And tomorrow, I believe I'm probably going to go to Mass Mocha. Food stuff is boring? Okay, well, let me help you out and block you. There you go. Look at that. I just helped you out. Yeah. Chicago is the best pizza for that kind of pizza. Lou Malnati's. I'm looking forward to that. But I might be done with pizza in general. That's what I achieved. Malmoon's by the Comedy Cellar is pretty good. Grumpy much? Yeah, I'm gonna block you too. The Malmoon's by the Cellar is always good, but this one, not good. Not good. I'm going to use my reach again to slander random shops. Malmoon's has been around since the 70s. I don't think it's going to be a problem. And the two pizza places have been around forever, and it's a competitive conversation. But golden years, goodbye. Awesome. Malmoon's, a local shop. Yeah, I'm still done with burritos. No, Malmoon's was disgusting in New Haven. The one by the cellar is good. No, I only go to Lou Malnati's in Chicago. I've been to the other places. Giordano's no good. And the other one, what's that one? The one that's too saucy. Why can't I think of that other... What's that other pizza place? I'm not getting tacos in Troy. I live in Los Angeles. And I barely get tacos in Los Angeles. I do like Jim O'Rourke. I went to... I don't know if I'm going to make it. Burlington, it sounds like... the hot sauce wasn't even good at the Malmoon's in New Haven. The Malmoon's in New Haven sucked across the board. I quit burritos because it was just a bad time. Not Uno's. Clam pizza was good. I am in the Albany. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm going to go to Nighthawks. That guy, I don't know if the guy who owned the place reached out to me or if it was... somebody who is a friend of his. I love pupusas. To Leslie's a movie I did during COVID. I shot an independent film that's premiering at Sundance on the 12th, I think. Not at Sundance. It's premiering at South by Southwest day after tomorrow. And I was invited I was invited to play at the fucking Beacon tonight. So it's such a drag. Keith is going to be there and all these people. And I'm not buying any vinyl on the road. It's very hard. Falcone gave me a bag full of vinyl, and now I got to figure out how to get on the fucking plane. Maybe I'll mail it from somewhere. Green Mill Jazz. That's in Chicago, right? I don't hit any delis in the Chicago area. Sopas I don't like. Pupusas I like. No record stores. I'm not going to the premiere of To Leslie in Austin because I have work, and I'm not going to be performing at the Beacon with Jimmy Vivino tonight because I have work in fucking Troy and in Laconia, New Hampshire. But I honor my commitments, and the audience was good last night. I think tonight will be fine. The hotel's pretty good. I don't know if I'll go to this guitar store today. It's already fucking late in the afternoon. I think I'm just going to go eat in like an hour or so, and then tomorrow I'm out of here. I'm going to go to Mass Mocha. I don't think I was going to riff with Keith, but at least I could have seen him. I have been to the Girl and the Goat, and I've been to the other restaurant too. It was okay. It was years ago. It seemed to be trying too hard or something. I'm still sort of jazzed about that guy getting on me for dissing a local business. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's why I'm not going back to Seattle. My experience at a local business in Seattle was so bad that I'm not going to go back to the city. The woman who worked at that guitar shop ruined Seattle for me. I already said the pizza was all right. I went to Whole Foods today. That was the only thing that grounded me. I just ran over to Whole Foods. I seem to do that a lot on the road. Largo the other night, that was a mountain, that was a hell of a show. My image is frozen? Is there a problem? Pequods, that's it. Pequods, thank you. Is there a great Walgreens in Troy? Where? Something fuzz guitars, something fuzz, I don't know. Burlington, man, it sounds like we're going to be under many feet of snow. I hope I get out of there. I guess there's worse places to get stuck, and I don't need to worry about that now. What do I like buying at Walgreens? I don't know. I go to the travel section. I'm okay. I'm all set. I don't need to go to Walgreens. I went yesterday. Pequods is too saucy. It's too much sauce. Yeah, love a fuzz. That sounds right. My audio is preceding my mouth moving. I don't know what to tell you. Reading anything good lately? I don't think I'm going to add a show in Atlanta. I don't like adding shows. I couldn't get through Coda. I watched about 10 minutes, 15 minutes of Coda, and it felt like a fucking after-school special, so I was just sort of like, I'm out. Everyone was real good in it, but like it was like a mixture of a bunch of other movies, with happy endings, except with deaf people. I don't know. It just felt cheesy to me. Dwayne Johnson has announced that DC Super Pets. I'm in that movie. I'm in Super Pets. I'm Lex Luthor in Super Pets. Well, I'll watch it. I mean, I'll watch it. Am I planning to visit Davis Square soon? No. Nightmare Alley. Spencer. Yeah, I like Spencer too. I like Nightmare Alley. It doesn't seem that me and Guillermo are going to be friends. It almost felt like we were going to be friends, me and Guillermo del Toro, but then I think I screwed up somehow, so it didn't really come to pass. Professional riff clowns. When did I say that? Oh yeah. About Sword of Trust. Where did I say that though? Oh, with Mike O'Brien. Dinosaur barbecue. There's one in New York City too. I don't eat barbecue anywhere but Texas. I'm not going to eat pizza in Troy. I'm going to go to this Nighthawks place if I eat anywhere. I have people, at my house. Grumpy old Mark. I'm not grumpy, but I'm grumpy enough to block you. Well, the idea with the Sam Lipsyte show is it's a vehicle for me. I gotta text him. He just reminded me. BBQ Shots were not fired. There's very few, like, even if it's a great barbecue place, they're like microbreweries, some version of that. It's like, yeah, I'm glad that these guys are committed and passionate and competitive about the meat and whatever, but it's just like I just like eating certain things where they are indigenously because I don't like eating them that much. So if I want it to be special, sometimes I'll try to cook barbecue, but if I want barbecue to be special, I might as well get it in Texas or Kansas City. I don't need to get barbecue in Troy. I don't like it that much. It's a treat. If you get barbecue in every fucking town you go to just to see if the local hipster can fucking cure his meat, I mean, what are you gonna do? I said no guest questions. I gotta block you. Policy. Does driving around New England feel haunted these days, or are you past that? Salt Lake's no good. Bad sauce. Dinosaur sauce at Wegmans. Dinosaur sauce, is that the stuff from Portland? No, that's Aardvark hot sauce. That was good. No, these roads aren't haunted anymore, and I've driven them a lot, especially the Mass Pike. But they're sort of like some version of a neural pathway, An externalized neural pathway is the Mass Pike for me. Am I trying anything new today? Which Borscht Belt comic, if any, influenced your career? All of them. I'm of the lineage, I guess. But most of the guys that I liked, I'm sure they all played the Borscht Belt, the hotels. I don't know if they influenced me, but I certainly enjoyed Buddy Hackett and Don Rickles. Jackie Vernon. Yeah, I can ice skate all right. Not Shecky so much. I don't know much about Shecky. And I've only seen him do variety shows. I've never saw Shecky live. And I don't think he was a Borscht Belt act, really. Was he? A lot of those guys stayed up there a long time. Mousy Lawrence and Freddie Roman. But I guess they all did the hotels. Jan Murray, Jack Carter. Jackie Mason is disgusting. Not my guy. I don't really like to do this or that questions. Yeah, Shecky is still alive. I think he's in Palm Springs. I kind of lost interest in Miss Maisel somehow. One-nighters versus, I like doing whole weekends, but I mean, these are this is like a trip. So, and because I'm a comic and it's just, I can just do it. I get to see cities, I get out. It's nice to see winter. It's nice to see snow. Jackie is dead, yeah. Best advice for being alone. I don't mind being alone, so I don't have any advice for it. It's kind of preferable. I think we're going to air the Keith podcast on Monday, and I think we might pair it with the old Keith podcast, which is a rare thing, even though he's still alive. It was it was just an idea that we had to put the new 20 minutes and the old hour, because a lot of people haven't heard it, and just to realize that my fanboyness sort of springs eternal. My first exposure to punk rock. That's a good question. I don't know what you would consider punk rock, though. I mean, I bought the Sex Pistols' first album in New Jersey when it came out. So what was that, 76? You mean after that? I mean, I bought that record and I listened to it. And when I was in England after high school for a month, I did go by King's Road and stuff. So I saw a lot of it. But that was later. That was like 81. But I did buy the first... you might want to look at WTFpod.com/podcast. WTFpod.com/podcast if you have questions about who's been on the show. The show in New Haven was good. Got a little personal, but I'm going up cold. I'm going up with no opener, so sort of I'm kind of easing in. So it's got a lot of. I don't know if there's going to be an opener in Boston. I don't know if I see the point of an opener anymore if I have the time. Are you there to see the opener? I don't know. Sometimes it's fun, but I just don't. Because a lot of times if there's an opener and they do 20 or they go over their time, that's 25 minutes that I could have done. And then the show, if I'm feeling the juice, it's a 3-hour show. So like, if I'm feeling good about like an hour 15, an hour and a half that I'm doing, I don't think I need an opener. I don't know anything about anything in terms of the Super Pets movie. I don't even know how you access Wordle. Was there an opener I have had who make it very challenging because he was very strong? Not really. I mean, generally if it's just me and an opener, they're kind of there to see me. I guess honestly though, if any opener was inspirational and challenging to me, it was probably Nate Bargatze. I think he might have done better than me at Carnegie Hall. Happens. But other than that, no. But like when you get booked at a club and there's a feature or an opener, I mean, a lot of features sort of make their bones by making it difficult for the headliner. God knows I tried to. I would never join the Friars. I was asked to join the Friars. I certainly wouldn't join it now. There was a period there in New York where they were trying to make the Friars young. You can't find the Maron TV show. I think it might be on. I think you can get it on iTunes. Never tried surfing. Haven't watched Simon Pegg's Instagram live streams. Would I join the Freemasons? How do you know I'm not in the Freemasons? I didn't feature very long because I went right to headliner because when I started in New England, it was a 2-man show, so we had to do half hours. So I skipped the opener business because to open on these one-nighters up here was a half hour. And then I was sort of headlining pretty soon after that. They do have Jewish Freemasons. Absolutely. And it's not really about Christ, but okay. It's about a lot of spiritual disciplines, but Jesus is not what Freemasonry is about. I don't do thoughts on. I am the Illuminati, yeah. Anyone who has an iPhone is the Illuminati. I'm taking Esther with me to the Midwest dates. Yeah, there's going to be a new special, but it's probably going to be recorded, taped towards the end of this year for the beginning of next year. So if we're all still alive, and the broken ear is still broken. Yeah, Lynn did do a few of the Dickinsons. I don't know, but I heard someone else. I heard that Someone just told me that Amy Mann's having the same like exact problem with her ear. I do trim my nostril hairs, but I can't do it now. How do you feel about hope? Come see my new show. All right. Do I think a 30-minute special as opposed to an hour is a good move for most acts? I don't know who they're giving. They seem to give everybody specials. I don't know. Is a 30-minute special a special? I just know these are Garrett Light frames. I just do the hour and 10, the 73 minutes. And I'm hoping, it looks like I'm going to do it with HBO, which is very exciting because that was the dream back before there was nothing but HBO. That was the thing. Okerson has an ear thing too. What's going on with his ear? What the fuck is happening? Sure, I miss the cats. How have I been feeling after your COVID? I feel all right. I don't think there's anything residual. I don't know though. The days of Robert Klein, they used to give him like a special every year, and every year he couldn't stop his foot. He couldn't stop his leg. Every year, can't stop the leg. Again, when you say, seems like it's time to have someone on the show, or have they been on the show, WTFpod.com/podcast, and I got to block you, sorry. WTFpod.com/podcast. No, I'm not going to do it at the Vic. I'm not going to record in Chicago. The best place I recorded was in Minneapolis. That was great. The one that Lynn shot in Minneapolis. That was probably the best one. The Vic was okay. The Vic can get a little rowdy, even with my audience. There's a sort of like a drunky thing in Chicago, and I don't want to deal with it. But I like the Vic all right. Hopefully we're going to do it at Town Hall, because I only did one show at Town Hall in New York, and there were a lot of people that wanted to see me, and I'm only doing smaller theaters because I enjoy them more. Sometimes I'll add a second show, but we'll see. Did Sam Kennison teach me anything about writing stand-up? No, Sam Kennison taught me that you can do anything you want with stand-up. Thalia Hall, yeah, that was okay. It's a little, the sound's a little bouncy in Thalia Hall. I like the Vic. I just don't know if I'd shoot there. I don't answer either or questions. I don't do improvs. I don't know if I'd tape in Denver. Denver gets a little loopy too. The altitude combined with the free weed and the booze, it's a shit show. It's like doing, downtown Denver's like Glasgow on the weekend. Does a drunk crowd fuck it up for me? No. I mean, and usually my crowds are my crowds. I don't really draw that, but like it's just a wild card sometimes in Chicago, and sometimes with the special, there's some waiting involved, and people have a hard time controlling their edibles or their drink intake, and even the best people can turn into fucking monsters. So we'll see. Thank you for the kudos on respect. I don't think I would tape a Dynasty typewriter. It's too small. It looks weird. I did that show. Is the Flynn in Vermont fun to play? I have no idea. I don't really feel like that show is selling that well. But I was told that they went on sale in the middle of Omicron. I don't know. I don't remember playing the Flynn. I feel like the last time I was in Vermont, I did 4 or 5 shows at the club there. Do I deal with heckling often? Not mean heckles. I don't have any guitars on my mind. I want to trade in that Explorer back to Banker, for a P90 guitar. Dean sort of cajoled me into the Explorer, and I I'm not going to play an Explorer. I'm a fucking old man. I'm 58 years old and I'm barely a guitar player. I might as well have one that I can play publicly. You can barely even hold that thing. So I DM'd the guy at Banker, and I think I'm going to, because I haven't played it at all, I think I'm going to trade it in and have him make me something that's more my style. Yeah, I'm always working out the hour. Things are, yeah, it'll be different, things always come and go. I kind of like the Turner Ballroom in Milwaukee. I do have a cigar box guitar, I think, don't I? No, maybe not. What's the IE? I don't like Gretches. Yeah, that's what I needed, is a Bo Diddley guitar. I like a Les Paul Jr. and a Les Paul Deluxe, and I like the Fenders. Why Laconia? Because, I don't know, it was just, there was a theater there that seemed like to be the size I wanted to play right now. The guy at the fucking place in New Haven last night said people are buying tickets, they're not showing up, things aren't selling well, a lot of things, some are. But it's just like people getting back to it or, spending the money. I would play Albuquerque, but, it's a horrendous market. No one goes to shows there, and it's very hard to find a venue. That's correct. I would play the Chemo in Albuquerque, but, I don't know if it can happen, and it's expensive. I always work out material on stage. Inland Empire. I don't know is that Ontario Improv? Is that the same guy? I don't draw there, man. It's like, come to LA. I'm not going to go places, where I got to perform in a mall for people that were, sort of designed at the mall. I just can't do it. I'm just beyond that. I know I'm not an arena act, but I just want, to provide shows for the people that want to see me. And if you got to travel, you got to travel. I'm never going to fucking play another Improv again in my life. Those places are garbage. Albuquerque, that's going to be even worse as far as drawing people. Nobody goes to those markets. It's a terrible market. I don't know why. I grew up there, but it's a terrible market. It's hard to get people to go to shows. All right. What time is it? Okay. Tired. I used to play Richmond, Virginia. There used to be a club there in my recollection. I can't fill the Sydney Opera House. Come on, man. I'll definitely be in Canada. I'll do those dates. We'll figure it out. And I'll probably do some dates in Europe. Yeah. I don't need a nap. Caroline Ray was a fun interview. Woodstock, New York. What am I going to play in a barn? Hey, man, this is where Danko threw up. Why don't you go out to Levon's old place? Doing a show at Big Pink in the basement. I'm not doing shows in Israel. I just got offered Israel. I just can't imagine it. I can't imagine that being a good time for me. A lot of it is totally relative to my anxiety. Even if I can get crowds in some places, if it's going to cause me anxiety to travel there, I don't fucking need it. My boots were sharp in SF. What kind were they? I think those were Brian the Bootmaker boots. All right, are we good? Smoke a joint, dude. Go to another feed, dude. Fucking idiots. Oh, that Carvana thing was a disaster. I got her another car. What time is it? 4:04. We good? We square. Are we square? Weather's nice. Kind of clear, crisp. I do wear a watch, but a thing fell off of my Speedmaster. The thing fell off. See it? I lost a knob. I have it, but I got to have it put back on. It's not broken. Just there must be some special way to put it back on. Listen to me. Go to WTFpod.com/podcast. I probably interviewed who you're asking me to interview. Do you hear me talking to you? WTFpod.com/podcast. Look up the person you're asking me if I interviewed. I probably did. Have you ever hear any early G.G. Allin stuff? Why would I even seek out G.G. Allin stuff? Or his dumb brother used to wander around with, fucking overalls and a Hitler mustache. It's like, all right, we get it. You need attention. We get it. Okay. Good. I haven't been watching Severance. Yeah, I've tried acupuncture. I do a lot of acupuncture. Sad vibes. Who wants sad vibes? Okay. Good? Everybody good? Cat Stevens, we good? Are we good? Too close? Am I going to celebrate Passover? No. I think I'm working the night of the first Seder. I'm getting some flack for it from the Jewy Jews. The Jewy Jews like giving me flack, it seems. They call me anti-Semitic. Because I'm critical. All right. Talk to you later. Tonight, Troy, Music Hall. Still some tickets. All right. Buddha face.